A few days ago, Apple made a move that could quietly reshape the future of AI. Most people saw it and thought, cool, Siri got better. But that's not what actually happened, because when Apple moves, it's never about the feature, it's about distribution. And distribution is what decides who wins the AI race. Right now, most people think the AI war is about who builds the smartest model. They're wrong. It's about who gets used by billions of people without them even thinking about it. And Apple just entered that game. Think about what Apple has done before. They didn't invent the smartphone, they didn't invent the tablet, they didn't invent the smartwatch, but they made all of them unavoidable. Not by being first, but by being everywhere. And now the same pattern is happening again with AI. This isn't just a tech update, it's a shift in how people will interact with intelligence itself. And most people are completely underestimating what that means. Think about the internet. At first, people thought it was a toy. Then came websites. Then online shopping. The entire industry collapsed and was rebuilt. Amazon changed retail. Google changed information. YouTube changed media. And everything accelerated. Then came smartphones. At first, they were expensive gadgets. Now they're extensions of human behavior. They replaced cameras, maps, wallets, TVs, and even computers for many people. Entire industries disappeared because of one device in your pocket. Now ask yourself, what happens when intelligence itself becomes a built-in feature of every device? That's the shift we're entering right now, and it's moving faster than anything before it. Most people think companies like OpenAI, Google, Anthropic, and Apple are competing to build the smartest AI. That's not the real competition. The real competition is this: who becomes the default AI for normal people? Because the default wins everything. Nobody manually chooses apps every day. People use what is already there, what is already installed, what is already integrated. And Apple has something no other AI company has: billions of active devices sitting in people's hands right now. That means AI doesn't need to be adopted. It just needs to be turned on. And when that happens, AI stops being a tool you choose and becomes something you simply live with. That changes everything. But here's where it gets even more important. This doesn't just affect tech companies, it affects how people make money, how people work, and who gets ahead over the next decade. Imagine two people starting the same business today. Same skills, same budget, same effort. The first person does everything manually. Writing, research, marketing, customer support, content, operations. The second person starts using AI to multiply output, not replace work, multiply it. They don't manually copy and paste between apps. They stack their AI tools using an automation engine like Make.com, connecting their models so data, scheduling, and operations move automatically. At first, there's no visible difference. Both look the same. Both are moving forward. But after a few months, the gap appears. The second person is producing more content, testing more ideas, responding faster, learning faster, and improving faster. Not because they're smarter, but because they're operating with leverage. And in business, leverage compounds. That's what most people don't understand. AI doesn't make you work less. It makes your work scale. Now look at content creation. Not long ago, building a serious content business required a team. Writers, editors, designers, producers, researchers. Today, one person can do all of it with AI support. Ideas can be generated faster. Scripts can be structured instantly. Visuals can be created in minutes. Workflows can be automated. Editing can be assisted at a massive scale. A single editor can use a tool like Opus Clip to turn one long video into 10 optimized short clips in minutes, outpacing an entire traditional media team by themselves. But here's the key point. This doesn't lower quality by default. It lowers the barrier to entry, which means more people will enter the game. And the winners won't be the biggest teams, they'll be the fastest operators. The people who understand systems, not just content. Every major technology shift creates two groups: those who adapt and those who don't. The internet rewarded early builders. The smartphone era rewarded mobile-first businesses. AI will do the same, but this time the speed is different. It's faster and more uneven. The winners won't necessarily be the smartest. They'll be the most adaptable, the most consistent, and the most willing to experiment. And here's the uncomfortable truth: the losers won't be replaced by AI. They'll be replaced by people using AI. A new gap is forming, but it's not what most people think. It's not rich versus poor. It's not education level. It's not age. The real divide is leverage. People who use systems versus people who don't. People who build a centralized operating system using tools like Notion to run their scripts, clients, and pipelines versus people who stay manual. Every year AI gets stronger. Every year automation gets easier. Every year the gap grows wider, and most people won't notice it happening until it's too late to catch up. And this is where Apple becomes important again. Because Apple isn't just releasing AI features, they're normalizing AI. They're putting it into the hands of people who would never go out and download ChatGPT or experiment with prompts or think about AI at all. And that's when adoption stops being optional and becomes automatic. Nobody knows exactly what the next 5 years will look like, but the direction is clear. Smaller teams, faster companies, more automation, more AI assistance in daily work, more one-person businesses, and more leverage than ever before in history. The biggest shift isn't that AI will do everything, it's that AI will allow people to do more than ever before, and that changes what competitive even means. Apple's move isn't important because of Siri. It's important because of what it signals. AI is no longer a niche tool. It's becoming infrastructure, built into the devices people already use every day. And once that happens, everything accelerates. The real question is no longer, will AI change the world? That question is already answered. The real question is, will you learn to use it before it reshapes everything around you? Do you think AI will create more opportunities than it destroys? Or do you think most people are underestimating what's coming? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more videos on AI, business, and the future of work, check the links in the description and subscribe. See you in the next one.